Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Well, this defense for the Browns, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis! For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taking it about the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Handoff comes to Chubb. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 21.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Here's Watson. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Quiddy Pay. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. A give running right is Chubb. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Browns! David Njoku, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. The extra point splits the uprights, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. He'll check this one down to Taylor. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
It doesn't matter where on the field he is, even down here in the red zone, he is still slippery with the ball in his hands, and he was almost able to work his way into the end zone. Instead, they'll have to settle for 1st and goal, but they'll take it.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
26 Mike, 26 Mike. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. They gonna need some damage. Big. 70 rings, 70 rings. 26 Mike. Here we go, kid. 26 Mike, 26 Mike.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
It's a quarterback sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, round 7.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson. Sliding out of the pocket. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And the Colts are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision could get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Bart, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On 2nd and inches, Watson.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
They'll run with Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Chubb.
They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They had
had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Back to throw here.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10, right at the 40. A give, this is Chubb. And he's got room. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 23. 30. 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there, to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy,
the Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes. But receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Watson off play action. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Watson now to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
On first down, Watson. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 43 yards on the ground for him so far.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now it's Watson. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb, and he takes this one in for a Browns score. Nick Chubb, as the first half is winding down. And the Browns have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Indy offense at the line and set to go as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll throw now on the final play. Eluding the pressure right. They're going for Jefferson downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
So, Charles, tie game here. What are your
your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of.
There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. And Nick Chubb, about as dynamic a runner as the NFL has to offer. He put his talents on full display there. That was some kind of run.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 133 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. Now it's 3rd down and inches. Now they'll run it on the toss. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 6 yards left on second down. They're going to look to throw. Well, going for Jefferson downfield. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Back to throw. Watson. He's gonna float this over the middle, deep. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And you think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result, because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for Indy. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
198 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On the carry, it's Chubb. Shreds the tackle. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Chubb. Running right through him. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he's got his man on the out route. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They toss it left side to Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
That catch good for only a couple.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's 2nd and 8. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flush to his right. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And all the way down to the 26. An incredible play there on 4th down in their own territory.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Justin Jefferson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught. He got it in the end zone. So instead of trying to get 1 point closer, they roll the dice on the fake and come up with 2. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Browns drive about to get started. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side. And all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Watson now to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. They run it again with Chubb. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Now Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Sullivan. Yeah, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Beautiful throw right there on 3rd down, and it looked like this was going to be 6 points, but a nice touchdown-saving tackle at the end of this. Even still, this offense is knocking on the door now with a 1st and goal at the 1.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's